What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. John here, Montana Walleye Angler. We're in the garage today, as you can see, not on the ice because we don't have any ice here in Montana. Hopefully it's gonna happen a little bit sooner than it happened last year. But as always, when you're waiting for ice, you're working on gear, you're modding stuff. And that's what I've been doing over the past week or so, is modding the sled, making it a little more efficient, because that's what we all want, is efficiency on the ice. We want things to be simple. We want things to work to our advantage, the best to our advantage. And so I want to show you some of the things that I've been doing to my sled to make it a little more efficient. You can go out, you can buy the latest and greatest Auger Sonar sled, and I ain't gonna lie, I looked at it at Shields. It's pretty cool. It's $250 though. And so if you got $250 to kind of throw at a run and gun sled that you may not use all season long, go ahead. It's really, really cool. And eventually I might get one as well. But why spend $250 when you can really cheaply make your current sled super efficient and work essentially the same? And so that's what I've done. I know you guys have probably done a lot of similar things. It's crazy, crazy. If you look on YouTube, on the internet, all the mods that people do to their sleds, it's crazy. And you can just like absolutely lose your mind with that kind of stuff and go wild with it. And I encourage you, go wild, like do your thing. But I want to keep things simple. I want things to just like work. I don't want to overcomplicate it. And so I just want to keep modding my sled to make it more efficient for me out on the ice. And so this is a sled that I use to just kind of run and gun. And when I'm not kind of setting up a shack, a hub shelter, I have the ability to take the hub shelter on this, but usually I'm not taking any kind of shelter whatsoever. This is just, I want to get out on the ice, I want to punch holes, and I want to fish, and I want to keep it simple. So let me walk you through, show you some of the things that I've done. Okay, so first off, guys, let me just talk about what I've done with this Auger Pro sled. It's nothing super fancy, and it's really not a big sled. I think this guy, how wide is it? We got a bump board right here. It is roughly 24 inches. 24 inches wide. Yeah, 24 and a half-ish. And so not a super wide sled. And so I wanted to maximize what I could do with this sled. And so I had some aluminum tubing. You've seen this probably in other videos that I've done. And I mounted, just mounted, screwed this thing into the sled on the back, on the front here. And I made it essentially big enough to fit this box. I had this box already, and I wanted to be able to take this out on the ice with me. And inside this thing, it's just like all your random stuff. I right now just got a jaw jacker. I've got some pliers. I got a shovel in here. But this is like the catch-all. The catch-all when you just essentially, you got all that loose stuff. You want to keep it secure from blowing away, or keep it from just being inside your sled. And so this box is super, super handy. It's pretty light, and it fits perfect just inside this little section. So that's something I did years ago. I really like it. It makes it super nice to be able to throw a tent on the back or whatever the case might be. And so that is the first thing that I want to show you that I've done. And it's just this it's maximized the efficiency and ability of my sled. So second thing, this is something you guys have probably already done to your sled. I've seen a million videos of modifications, and that is just putting a rod holder essentially on your sled. And a lot of times I'm just rocking the 2B ice case, and this thing essentially gets thrown onto the back, and it just kind of rides there. And that works, it's a good setup. But at the end of the day, I wanted to be as efficient as I possibly could. And be as efficient as I possibly could. And that way, they're just easy to grab and throw back in. And they're always just kind of there instead of just, in the box or laying on the ground, whatever the case might be. So this one in particular is a clam rod holder, and super easy, just a couple bolts here and here. Comes with 4, so you can mount it to the bottom. I didn't need to do that, but I like it. I think it's going to be a good setup. And then if I want to take 8 rods out on the ice with me, I can throw the rod locker in as well. But yeah, you guys have probably done this to your sled, but I just hadn't done it before, and so wanted to get that done. And then the third thing I guess we're talking about is getting my auger, yeah, a little more secure. And I like this setup, super simple. A lot of guys use the Kolpin, the ATV holders, and mount those to their sled. And you can do that. They're kind of spendy. These guys were like $10 or less, and it's nothing fancy, but it's just kind of one of those garage deal, holders that you can screw into the wall and hang stuff with. And I think they're meant to be, screwed in that way and then hang stuff vertical. But I like just making stuff work, and that's not expensive. And this, try to do it with one hand here. Yeah, makes it super easy to grab. Rocking the E40, used it all last year, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. It rips, especially on one battery. You can pop a ton of holes with that auger. But the big debate is like, which auger should I get? But use what you have and use what you can afford. And I would say they're all good. Ion and Eskimo, same company. They make the same product. And so I think the Eskimo was a little bit cheaper. And so that's what I went with, is a little bit cheaper model. And I think this is gonna be it's gonna be an auger I'm gonna use for a long, long time. But this just gets it a little more secure and gives me more space on my sled to be able to throw my tent back here. So I can put that still back here and keep it secure. Get the foam mat here. I love this thing. This is, again, Husky brand. I'm not sure why all the stuff is I'll show you here in a little bit, some of the other stuff, but I love this. This just kind of keeps you up off the ice. Throw it down and you get to kneel on it. And I take that with me all the time. Next thing, I'm not 100% sure this is going to stay, but had a piece of PVC pipe laying around, and I've seen some other guys, use PVC pipe. Sometimes they, mount it vertical, and I don't like a lot of stuff sticking up. I got the rod sticking up over here, but wanted a place for the scoop, and so I thought, why not just use some basic straps here to secure it, because I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing. I just wanted to try it, and so threw this on here real quick, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. That is something I might add to or adapt. But the next thing is the Sonar. I've got the Live Scope. This is a Garmin EchoMap 106 Ultra. And it's a 10-inch screen. I have another video on this whole setup, but this is a Summit shuttle, and really like the shuttle. Power supply here, secondary power. It's got a couple of USB ports, and then obviously you've got your charging port here. But I've got this set up on in the boat. I can move this shuttle back and forth, and I've got a video. I'll link it in the description as well, so you can check it out. Setting this up in the boat, and so I have a Larmac, the Larmac system from Summit, and there's like a shuttle holder, and it basically clips in here. But what I've done is basically, want to be able to fish, from the side over here, and have this kind of unit sitting here and have my hole and be able to just yeah, be able to just fish right here without lugging it around. So it kind of acts as like, yeah, a Sonar sled. But basically, I can secure this guy down, and it's this way. And I've got a couple of just bungee cords, and basically all I do is stick one there and stick one on the other side, and that just kind of is going to keep it somewhat secure. I don't have this bolted down. I plan on probably having some stuff in here, but I didn't want to bolt this down because I just like the flexibility of, yeah, changing it up, moving stuff around, and that way, yeah, if I don't like it, I can move it. And so that's essentially where that's going to go. This, the pole holder goes up into the pole mount, and that's how it's going to kind of ride. Do this with one hand, but she just pops in here like that, and that's how it's going to ride. And then got the Humminbird. This is a Helix 7. This is my flasher, and so this is kind of basically hole hopping. Use the Garmin to kind of find structure and get around fish, and then pop holes around that, and then I cycle through my holes with the flasher, Humminbird Helix 7. This is on, I'll probably do a little bit more extensive video on this guy. This is the clam shuttle, and I think when this came out, it was like less than $100. I got this. Now I think it's around $100. And it's a good shuttle. I like it for sure. The only thing I didn't like is it had a strap that ran kind of through here and through the bottom, and it just kind of rocked back and forth, and then it iced up. And anyways, I didn't like that. I took that strap off. The battery is pretty secure in this deal, and just running I think this is a 20 amp hour Amped Outdoors battery, and plenty enough for running this Helix 7. And yeah, it's a good shuttle. I like it. I think if you're in the market for kind of a cheap shuttle, I think Vexilar came out with a shuttle that is pretty inexpensive. I don't remember the price. I'll maybe throw a link in the description. But yeah, so far this clam is really good. Power button, and it's got kind of the same, you know, features, a couple USB ports, and then it's got the shows you your battery, how much you got left in your battery, and then it's got the what is this one? The DC cigarette lighter port. Forget what you call those, but that, and then the charge port. I like that it's metal. Yeah, it's gonna last a long time. The grip is comfortable, like that. I will say the one thing about the Summit shuttle, and this isn't like a review of the Summit shuttle today, but I got one of the first generation shuttles, and it just has this like square, uncomfortable handle. A friend of mine, shout out to my buddy Trevor, he gave him a call and said, hey, can you guys do something about this handle? It's terrible. And so they came out basically with this simple mod. It's like $3. And so easy fix. You just screw in 2 screws here and here, and screw that guy on, and now it's a round handle, a lot more comfortable to carry it around. But we'll say you're not carrying your live scope around a ton, and so it's not a huge deal, but that little $3 fix works great. Okay, last thing I'm really excited about, and that is lighting. It's always like when you're coming off the ice and you got, you know, it's like a yard sale kind of thing. At least I am sometimes. You got gear all over the place. You're bouncing around all kinds of holes, and it's cold, and the wind's blowing, and it's snowing, and it's dark, and you just kind of need more light. And so I wanted to add some light to my sled, and looking at kind of the options. And your options are, you can mount lights to your sled, and a lot of people do that very thing. Clam makes a 3 light setup. I think it's $40. And you can mount those, anywhere onto your sled, your flip over, whatever the case might be. But the only thing I don't like about it is that you have to dedicate a battery to those lights. And that may not be a big deal to you, but for me, I'm like, I don't want more junk in here. I don't want to carry more weight just to have light. And so there are so many options for rechargeable LED lights. And I found some at Home Depot that I think are pretty sweet. I think they're gonna work really well. What I like about these, number one, is I could mount these permanently. Not quite sure how I would do that. There's a lot of probably options, but what I like about this is it's just a clip. It opens up and I can throw this guy on anywhere. I did throw a rubber band on because I didn't want this to just like open up on me as I'm, trudging through the snow or whatever the case might be. But cool little light. This is a Husky LED light. I think it's like 800 lumens. I'll put a link in the description below for you to check out. But these guys throw some light. I mean, it's obviously light in the garage. Kind of hit that light. Shut this one off. Kind of show you. That thing casts some light. And so I got one on the side by my rod. So if you're down here and you're, changing lures, or you want to glow your lures, man, you could totally glow them off of this as well. But it's got high, it's got medium, it's got low. And so I put one here, and then I also wanted something on the back as I'm, coming off the ice. And this, again, I can move around wherever I want. They rotate like this. And then they also, they rotate two different ways. But clips on, back of the sled as you're coming off the ice, get something kind of behind you. And then I wanted something on the front, and I could certainly do kind of the same thing. But I had some headlamps from Costco. I think they're the Affinity X1. I don't know, they've been good for me. It was a 3-pack for 30 bucks. And I always keep a headlamp in the truck, in my fishing bag, just to have options, right? And so I wanted, again, another light that was rechargeable. And the one thing that I like about these lights is this feature. Not a lot of headlamps have this feature. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted to turn on. Not a lot of headlamps have the side lights here and here. And I like it because it's just going to cast light, either direction, but then you also, have the floodlight to cast out in front of you. And so I really like this option, and it obviously does the tilt. I just mounted it with 2 screws, super simple, took the strap off, and it's got, some holes in there, threw a couple screws. It took 5 seconds, to mount this. And then I can point it in any direction, keep it down if I'm working out in front, and or need to cast light as I'm walking. And then the nice thing about this too is, at the end of the day, just open this up. It's got a little port right there. I can pull this battery out, take it inside, and charge it up, and be ready to go for the next time. But probably won't need to charge it a ton. But I'm excited to have this out on the ice in the dark, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool setup. And then while I was at Home Depot checking out these lights, man, I found this light right here that I really, really like. It is on a little tripod that extends, telescopes out. And this is a Husky brand as well. And it tilts, it goes up. It's got an on-off switch indicator, just like the other ones. It's got high, medium, low, and then it flashes. If you need to flash, I'm not sure why you would need that. But this is gonna be a good setup for me for you know, obviously doing some filming, but what I like about this as well is that I can just take this to, you know, I can move it around and have light wherever I need it to be. So the big question is going to be, you know, how well are these lights going to hold up in the cold? How long are they going to last? I don't know, but usually, you know, if you're just fishing a couple hours after dark, you don't need a ton of light for a long period of time. So I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be a pretty sweet setup, but the biggest thing we need is we need ice. We need ice. And soon, hopefully soon, we're going to get some ice and be out there rocking and rolling. And this is going to be kind of my Sonar sled. It's going to be my run and gun sled. And I like the mods. Hopefully that helps you a little bit figure out maybe some different things that you can do this ice season. Do me a favor, if you haven't liked or subscribe to the channel. Would love for you to follow along the journey. My goal is to just like record the adventure. Record the adventure is really my goal, and it's always awesome to kind of go back and check out past videos, past adventures. And so that is really my main goal, is just record my own adventures. But if you find enjoyment and enjoy watching content from Montana and ice fishing for walleyes primarily, we're gonna fish for other species, but follow along and subscribe to the channel. But do me a favor and shoot me a comment below. Let me know what you're doing. Send me some photos of your sled, your setup, and I'd love to see your ideas and maybe what I can do better on this guy here, because I'm always learning, always adapting and trying to be more efficient, and just keep it simple, I think, is really my main goal. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Be on the ice soon, and so stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you out on the ice.